Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Actively ready Office Blokes, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
It is true. What's the difference between Dave's, Mike's and Daz's? That's what this video is all about.
Bees, wasps and hornets.
Bees, wasps and hornets.
Yeah.
I'll be a bee. People like bees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one likes wasps, do they?
No.
I don't even know the purpose of them.
Isn't a wasp...
Just to annoy people, I think, innit? And sting them.
Isn't it like an insult for sort of white middle class people in America? Like people, when people are waspy?
Oh, I don't know.
Never heard that.
I'm sure I've heard that
Have
before.
That doesn't ring a bell with me.
Same.
Like hornet, do we actually? I mean, this might be a stupid question. Do we actually get hornets over here? Do we?
Yeah.
Right.
There's a new one that's come over just recently.
The murder hornet.
It's like a Japanese hornet or something it's called, and it's killing all the other hornets.
Right.
It's like taking over. Like,
Something that you'd never know about or give a shit about.
What, immigration?
If the news didn't tell you about it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, anyway, we are the Office Blokes. I know we digressed a little bit there. And our gaming channel is launching very, very soon. So keep your eyes out for Office Blokes game. It's like that close to being ready. Yeah. Right, what is the difference between bees, wasps and hornets? Honey
from bees. The other two, I think they just sting you. That's all they've got.
I think you're probably right there.
It'd be interesting for me, because I want to know what wasps do.
Yeah, what's the purpose?
Yeah.
Yeah. At least bees do things, don't they?
Yeah.
You can just imagine you looking at a wasp going, what do you do?
What's your purpose in life, son?
Buzz off.
Poor wasp just flying away with his head down. Like, oh.
Going back to all his other wasp mates. Yeah.
What's the point in us? Let's do it then. What is the difference between bees, wasps and hornets? Let's do it. Not done this channel for a
In the video today, we're answering a viewer question because Mike A asks us, what is the difference between bees, wasps, and hornets? There are many similarities and differences between our little wing-whipping friends. For starters, they can all sting you. That said, you may derive some solace in the fact that when certain of them sting humans, they die. Although it's not true that they do that when they sting other animals. The barbed stingers on honeybees particularly end up getting lodged in our soft flesh, ripping out their backsides when they try and get away after stinging you. When they sting most other animals, that simply doesn't happen. Further, all three live in hives or combs. These humbler birds are always in cooler and sheltered areas, often within the shade of trees. Bees, wasps, and hornets all proliferate in warm weather, their hives growing in the spring and the early summer. By late summer, food becomes scarce, and that's when they, especially wasps and hornets, start finding their way to human food and your picnic. While the colors are all pretty similar, brown and black, yellow, and maybe some white on bees, wasps, and hornets, the markings, they do differ. This is where the insects we all tend to lump into the same category, flying, stinging.
I was sat on the balcony at weekend, fucking wasp came, or a bee, whatever it was.
Or a hornet.
Or a hornet, whatever. It fucking like a bird. I was like, whoa, it bounced off my head. I was like, whoa.
Wow.
It must have been about that big.
Nice.
I could hear it though coming. That was the time. I just heard this buzzing. I'm like, what the fuck's that? Next thing, just side of me just went boom. I was like, Jesus. And then fucked off.
Flying off, go. What do you even do, mate?
What's the purpose of you, dickhead?
What are you doing?
Sat there with your beer.
I'm cross-pollinating and everything I am. I mean,
we've got all these. Gainer's done all these big pots and all this kind of stuff. She's got all these wildflowers growing in these pots. Look great, but fucking
bet
loads.
That's what don't the bees and stuff.
It was huge, man.
Was it?
I've got loads. I've got lavender and wildflowers and stuff in my garden, and they absolutely love it. They just leave me alone.
I don't mind bees. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
You know. I think that's why she's done the flowers, so they can pollinate and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Scary begin to show their differences. Let's start with a humble bee. Bees are fairy pollen collectors who rarely ever have any need to interact with humans. As the expression "as busy as a bee" insinuates, worker bees, usually the only type of bee that most people see, spend their lives going to and from the hive, acquiring nectar and pollen on their bodies during their trips. They play an integral part in the pollination of various plants, and some of them they provide us with tasty honey. They feed the acquired nectar to their young, developing the new generation of bees. They also protect the queen bee, allowing her to lay eggs. There are over 25,000 known bee species, but the two most common types of bees are honeybees and bumblebees. Both produce wax, but, and I know this is going to come as a shock, only the honeybee produces honey. Another big difference between the two is that the bumblebee is nearly double the size of the honeybee. Bumblebees are fat, at least in bee terms, and they're hairy. Their size relative to their wingspan gives rise to the myth that science can't explain how they're able to fly. Honeybees are more sleek. They both are yellow with black stripes, although the bumblebee often has a red, orange, or white tail. Additionally, honeybees live in large colonies, topping out at 25,000 bees, while bumblebees tend to build their nests underground, although their nests have also been found in walls, and they're often found in tunnels constructed by other animals. Their colonies are much smaller than bumblebees, only numbering into the hundreds. Wasps, unlike bees, are aggressive and predators. There are over 30,000 species of wasps, and they are distinguishable from bees by their pointed lower abdomens and narrow waist. They also have little to no hair on their bodies as opposed to bees, and they don't play much of a role in the pollination of plants. Their legs are shiny, slender, and shaped like cylinders. All wasps hunt for food, and they build nests for shelter. What exactly they prey on and how they build their nests depends on the type of wasp. There are two general types of wasps, social and solitary. Social wasps build colonies and start from scratch every spring, never nesting in the same spot twice. They design their home out of chewed up wood fibers and their own saliva. The nests may hold up to 5,000 wasps and are typically found in protected spaces like attics, inside of walls, or under decks. Social wasps eat many different types of things. They are omnivorous, including fruits, plants, human food, and other insects. Solitary wasps do not...
They just look like killer's wasps, don't they?
Horrible, aren't they?
Evil.
He's not.
Yeah.
He didn't sort of like say they don't do anything.
They don't pointless.
Just aggressive little fuckers.
Yeah,
aren't they?
They probably
stinging
keep
people. And...
They probably keep other populations in check, though. They're probably just like
bees.
a big predator, like spiders or something.
Like, sort of
Spider
like-
would take a wasp, I reckon.
It depends.
Yeah.
You see, you get wasps.
I never thought in my life I'd have a conversation about spider taking on a wasp in a fight. But we just put it to the test. We'll get a spider and get a wasp and see who wins.
Fight.
Yeah. Seconds away, round one.
You get some weird wasps that lay eggs inside spiders, don't you? There's like parasitic hosts. And
Yeah.
then if you had some proper, like, watch a
grim.
few Attenborough programs on them where it gets really creepy.
Where do you think wasps come from? What town in England would you think, or city in England would they come from?
You're going to say Scousers without
No. I'm not picking on the Scousers this week. I'm giving them a break.
Stoke.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Close second.
Stoke.
omnivorous, including fruits, plants, human food, and other insects. Solitary wasps do not form colonies and live underground in tubular mud nests. There's no caste system, as in the queen cares for its own young. The queen seeks out prey, flies, bee larvae, cicadas. There's actually a species of wasp known as cicada killers, and they paralyze them with their sting. They take the still living insect back to the nest and feed it to their larva. It's during the late summer that wasps begin to get aggressive. This is due to the fact that the worker wasp's job is done for the year and they're literally waiting to die. After taking care of the queen and feeding the new generation of worker wasps, the old ones, they're now useless. They become disorientated and begin to venture away from the nest in search of food and something sweet. As absurd as this sounds, these wasps have nothing left to live for besides satisfying their sweet tooth, so they become aggressive, bold, and persistent. They'll land on a human hand that's holding an ice cream cone, they'll dive into a can of soda, they'll munch on a half-eaten apple. In fact, in September of 2013, the British Red Cross warned citizens that wasps were getting drunk on fermented fruit and were going out in search of more. Joe Mulligan of the Red Cross said to the British newspaper The Independent in 2013, "It's hilarious that now worker wasps have finished their life's work. All they are now doing is feasting on fermented fruit and getting drunk." All that being said, wasps are not just pests, but they benefit humanity in some way. They prey on other pest insects and have actually been used by the agricultural industry as an effective means to control crop pests, resulting in much more environmentally friendly ways to do this over many pesticides. Hornets are actually a species of wasp. Hornets differ from other wasps in that their stings are more venomous. They also tend to attack for food as a colony, and their nests are aerial as opposed to many wasp species. The giant Asian hornet, native to parts of Russia, China, Vietnam, and the mountains of Japan, can grow to about 2 inches long with a wingspan of about 4 to 5 inches. It is the world's largest and most venomous wasp. It is colloquially known as the yak killer due to the venom's ability to dissolve the tissue of even the largest of mammals. Because the honeybee is, on an individual level, incapable of harming the giant Asian hornet, and just a handful of giant Asian hornets are capable of decimating an entire hive of honeybees, the Japanese honeybee has come up with an alternate strategy to stopping the mass destruction of their populace by the hornets. When a giant Asian hornet is detected, first the honeybee will emit a pheromone that the hornet can pick up, and it basically says, "I see you." The scouting hornet might then leave. If not, and the hornet continues towards the hive, the honeybees will ball the hornet, essentially surrounding it completely with as many bees as possible. They will then exert themselves as much as possible in order to raise their body temperatures. Inside the ball, the temperature will rise rapidly, while simultaneously the carbon dioxide levels will also increase. Once the temperature inside the ball passes 115 degrees Fahrenheit or 46 degrees Celsius, it exceeds what the hornet can tolerate, but is still well under what the honeybees can handle. The combination of heat and low oxygen level will eventually kill the giant Asian hornet. Several of the honeybees will likely die before the hornet does, and this means of defense, it isn't effective against a large number of giant Asian hornets. However, it does work well against eliminating the scouting giant Asian hornets.
How do they know? How do they know how to do it? It's absolutely mind-blowing.
Put them in a lab like we were going to do with the spider and the wasp.
Yeah.
The bee politicians had a hug a hornet campaign.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and it was either
I'm a hornet. I'm a hornet now.
Well, see, you want loads of people to just hug you to death. Yeah. I'm not doing it.
It's a good way to go, isn't it?
Bring it in, Ginger.
Come on, you know you want to.
Thinking about it, you do run hot, don't you? You have
I'm always
AC
hot.
freezing in your car, so maybe you are a hornet.
No, it just amazes me how in nature they sort of they get to know these things, and it's just mind blowing.
He looks like our accountant as well, doesn't he?
Oh yeah,
he looks just like him, doesn't he?
Bit of a sideline.
Yeah.
Potentially stop a large-scale attack from ever taking place. So I really hope you found that video interesting. If you did, please do give us a thumbs up below, and do not forget to subscribe. Brand new videos.
It's a great channel, that.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
That
education, proper educational as well.
Yeah.
That. Today I found out. I like that.
That thing about just kind of hugging it and heating it up.
Yeah.
It's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely bizarre.
It's the way they just crowd it. It's like, poof.
Yeah.
Mob it like that.
Unbelievable.
But the hornets and the wasps then don't do shit, do they?
I think they do a degree of pollination, but they don't make honey. They do. But they don't make honey, so we don't think of them as that.
I think
because
it's
even
more,
butterflies pollinate.
It's more sort of going after other insects, I suppose, and it probably will have
pest control,
aphids, don't they, and stuff like that'll eat away crops. So pest control, which is, I mean, they've got to do something, haven't they? Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, I think the wasps
get rid
on furlough.
The wasps are going to go for bigger things than aphids, I think. That's like ladybirds and stuff that go for the little aphids. But the wasps will go for like the things that will decimate crops.
Humans.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried, don't they?
Exactly, yeah.
Last time I got stung by a wasp, the only reason I knew was because I saw it fly off. I just felt this little thing on my leg and I was like, what's that? Wasp flew off.
Oh, it's my dick.
Wouldn't feel it on my leg, would I? It'd just be hovering in between in the gap.
I got stung by a bee last week.
Did you?
Yeah. £15 for a pot of honey.
On
that note.
What is here all week?
Jesus. Sorry, everyone.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.